بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله وحده والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعده ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله سيد الأنبياء وخاتم المرسلين. Brothers and sisters in Islam, respective viewers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and ahlan wa sahlan, and welcome to our program. Let me begin my program with a special dua to Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. May Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala grant speed recovery to all our brothers and sisters and our children and each and everyone who's suffering from the sickness. May Allah grant them shifa'un kamil ajil ghayra ajil. May Allah be with them. May Allah grant them miracle. And we ask Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, may Allah protect each and everyone from any type of diseases and sickness. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the healthy body and healthy iman, inshallah. Brothers and sisters in Islam, once again we say shukran jazilan for your comment and for your WhatsApp, especially our beloved viewers in Cape Town. I love you for the sake of Allah. I know that we are here in Johannesburg and you are too far, but our dua for you, may Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala unite the heart of the ummah in this country and in each and every part of the world. May Allah reward each and every ustaz and sheikh and muallim and alima, those who are spreading the deen of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. Once again, would like to thank all our viewers and shukran that you tune into our channel and our ITV. On behalf of all my brothers and friends here behind the camera, we say shukran jazilan. We do make dua for you, inshallah. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, brothers and sisters in Islam, spoke about justice. Amongst the names of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala is Al-Adl. Adl is the justice. Then without Adl, we can't enjoy our life. Without Adl, we cannot get Akhirah. So it's very painful feeling when we have a message from mother, wife, son, Muslim brother, employee or employer or any people in this dunya complaining that he did not receive the justice or the fair or the person did oppress him. We are not here, we don't want to expose the ummah and we talk about the adl of this life, because all that problem which we see around us here is because of the error of the scale. The scale was not right. Fight between brothers because someone think that it was not fair. And people stealing and killing by that, getting some justification or some excuses that it was not fair or being oppressed. Many people, all like us or young, they still talking about the injustice of parents or my manager or the nation against another nation. But Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala in Quran al-Kareem spoke about the justice with one Arabic word. It's more than just, it's called qist. Qist, it's a very neat justice. I know you got so many scales in our life. You got scale when you scaling the car, or you want to scaling tons of wood or bricks. We say million ton plus few hundreds. That is called one scale. And you got some scale when you weigh the tomato or potato, you say, okay, 10 kg plus little bit, no problem, plus, minus. Then we got a very sensitive scale, it's called the scale of diamond, the electronic scale, diamond and gold. That's why they put that scale in the glass, the box, the glass, and then they say, the wind is going to affect some milligram, because the diamond and milligram also cost money. So the qist is a very, very neat scale of Allah. So Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala said, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu, kunu qawwamina bil qist. O you believer, stand up and take care and concern the just and that accurate scale you're using it. If you look around you, you will find you owe people something, or the people owe you something. Like that. Between you and your husband, between you and the children, dealing with they call it mizan, the mizan of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when he spoke about mizan of akhirah, he talked about the atom. فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ. So that Mizan of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, there is a day on the day of Qiyamah is called the day of Mizan. We believe as a Muslim that in the grave you got that Iman. That's why we name our program Imaniyaat, because the first interview and questioning on the grave is about your Iman. That software, the belief, the faith. Man Rabbuka, ma dinuka. Who's your Lord? What do you believe? What is in your mind? That scale is very sensitive. That subject you're going to write on the grave, you must get a full mark. We don't accept 99, 97. We need you. If you don't get the full mark, you're gone. They call it aqidah, a belief, a faith. That's why we're fighting a lot for those who are associating partner with Allah. I said, you're putting your first interview in danger. Those who bring partner to Allah, associate partner next to Allah, even the shirk, any type of shirk. Make sure that your La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah bihaqqiha, a proper scale. Then you move from the grave to the other interview or the other scale. It's called salawat or ibadat. You're worshipping the 5 pillars of Islam, Ramadan, Hajj, Salat, Zakat. That one here also there is a scale there. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will question you about it. Then you go for something is called mu'amalat, also mizan. Mizan is a scale. Mu'amalat, what is the right of the other and the right of you upon the other. It means that your money and your materialistic relationship, you call it materialistic ilaqat relationship. How you dealt with the materialistic thing in your life, the food you have, the money, all that object which you deal with it. Then you finish that mizan, then you go to sirat. Sirat, yeah, that interview or that questioning there is going to be about how you socialize with the people. You met some people and you got family members, you got neighbors, you got people at work, people on the traveling, people on Hajj, how you socialize with the people, and what is the right of Muhammad al-Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because he's one of our society. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam more closer to us than our own family and relatives. So again, I'm repeating: grave, hashr, you call it hashr. So you got qabr, hashr, then you got mizan, the scale, then you got sirat. Or the ulama, they call it imaniyat, the first one, then ibadat, the second one, then muamalat, your treatment, your deal. Then you got muasharat. Muasharat is your social relationship with Muslim, non-Muslim, with the animal, all the creation of Allah which you dealt with them. Now for these stages of that examination, first one, very serious. And the third one is also very serious. You call it mizan. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke about mizan, he talked about it. So the most difficult mizan, the mizan, that justice. Because the ulama, they have a fight now, what is going to be on top of the scale? Your reward, or your action. The ulama, when we check what is going to be there on the scale, so you find a different opinion of the scholar. Some scholars said, no, it's going to be your a'mal. He said, my a'mal, good and bad, yeah, the action itself is going to be on the scale. فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ يَعْمَلْ. Then some scholar of Islam said, no, it's not the a'mal, the reward or the punishment. You can't take the masjid, put it on the scale. You build a mosque, so the mosque is going to be there on the scale. So that one, some ulama said, the scholars of Islam said, no, it's not the action itself, it's a reward. Then some ulama said, no, it's not this one, it's not that one. What is in the scale, it's you. It's you. So that one is a bit, you look for explanation of that. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when the Sahaba, they were laughing at the size of the leg of Sayyidina Abdullah bin Mas'ud, Then they say, no, he's very slim and he's a very short man. Then Nabi Muhammad said, Wallahi, that leg is going to be heavier than the mountain of Uhud in the scale of Allah. So you weigh the person himself. So, فَلَا نُقِيمُ لَهُمْ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ وَزْنًا. So we won't set for them, the kuffar, we won't set up for them a scale. So now the ulama, they had a dispute about what is going to be on the scale. Now the most sensitive scale and the very serious scale, the scale of justice, which is called the third one, the mu'amalat one. So in this ayah, Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala spoke about that mu'amalat, how you dealt with the people. Is your money halal or did you spend it on haram? There is a very sensitive scale. They call it on the time of Mizan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us from any error in our Mizan in the day of Qiyamah, inshallah. Short break, we'll continue after the break. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back, brothers and sisters in Islam. And once again, we thank you that you tune into our program. Shukran jazeelan for your comment. And we ask Rabbul Izzah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, may Allah grant us the justice in this dunya, in this life, and His justice on akhirah, inshallah. Brothers and sisters in Islam, when we talk about justice, we talk about that mizan in our life, all that pain on the heart of the people, wife, children, because we feel that it was not right. The scale was not right. Extra love can cause a problem in mizan, the scale, and also shortage of love or extra hatred can cause a problem on mizan. That's why Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us to make a dua. Allahumma inni as'aluka al-adla fi al-rida wal-ghadab. Oh Allah, help me to be fair on the time of my anger and the time of my happiness. Because sometimes you're angry and you don't give the full right to the person. Or sometimes when you are so excited and happy and you give that person more than what he deserves by oppressing other. This dua is for the parents, for the manager, those who are authority, or for ourselves. So you have a fight with your children, but you can't be unfair to them. You got some people love you so much, you can't oppress other for them. Justice is justice, as we said. Allah's name is Al-Adl. And this dunya run because of Adl. And Qiyamah, Allah created Qiyamah just to make Adl. Because sometimes we don't find Adl or justice here in this life. So the sympathy, our hope that on the day of Qiyamah, we're going to meet our justice. We'll get our compensation from Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. وَلَا يَظْلِمُ رَبُّكَ أَحَدًا وَمَا أَنَا بِظَلَّامٍ لِلْعَبِيدِ. You got a lot of ayat talking about the justice of Allah, even for the kafir, the disbeliever on the day of Qiyamah, he will get his right from the believer. Sayyidina Jabir ibn Abdullah narrated one hadith, and Sayyidina Abu Huraira and many of the soft Sahaba, when they read the hadith of injustice or the dhulm, they roll on the dust and they cry and weeping like a baby. Because in the day of Qiyamah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take this zalim and that oppressor injustice, and then with the anger of Allah tabarak wa ta'ala, with the curse of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah doesn't accept that injustice at all. Even a dharra. Dharra is an atom. Small, like a neutron and electron. That small, the smallest part of the cell, it's called the dharra, the atom. Brothers and sisters in Islam, if I ask you now and I ask myself, are you oppressor? Say, no, alhamdulillah, I never oppress nobody. No, I'm talking about general oppress. Did you oppress yourself by committing haram or by refusing to practice the command of Allah, or you disobey Allah, or you don't practicing the order of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala? So you got zalim against the people, and you got zalim against yourself. You're oppressing yourself by sending your body and yourself to Jahannam forever. So that is a bigger zulm. Shirk, inna shirka la zulmun azim. To associate partner with Allah is the biggest zulm. So Sayyidina Jabir ibn Abdullah, he heard a narration of hadith, but he never heard that before. So he asked, who's the narrator of that hadith? Then he said, one Sahabi, but he's living on Syria, Sham. Sayyidina Jabir ibn Abdullah bought a camel and he traveled a month just to confirm and to make sure that this hadith is authentic. Then he said he took his camel and he traveled 30 days to reach Syria, and then he knocked the door of that Sahabi, and the narrator of that hadith, he said the Sahabi, when he heard Sayyidina Jabir ibn Abdullah by the door, he was rolling and falling on his clothes. He couldn't walk, he slept. He slept on the floor because it's a big shock. Sayyidina Jabir by my door, a big surprise. So he said, come inside. He said, no, I'm not coming to visit you. I came here to make sure that hadith is authentic or not. He said, what is hadith? He said, they told me that you heard Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in hadith al-Qudsi, Ya malaikati, O my angels, لا ينبغي لأحد من أهل النار أو أهل الجنة أن يدخل الجنة وله عند أحد من أهل الجنة حق ولا ينبغي لأحد من أهل النار أن يدخل النار وله عند أحد من أهل الجنة حق. Or the hadith like this, لا ينبغي لأحد من أهل النار أن يدخل النار وله عند أحد من أهل الجنة حق ولا ينبغي لأحد من أهل الجنة أن يدخل الجنة وله عند أحد من أهل النار حق حتى اللطمة. Even the small hit on the face or the smack, they call it a smack. So the Sahabi said, I pay witness that hadith is correct. So Sayyidina Jabir ibn Abdullah started to cry and he said, Jazakallah, and he walked away back to Medina. Brother and sister in Islam, what is that hadith about? Allah said it very clear that even the people of hellfire, the disbeliever, they will never enter hell till Allah bring the Muslim, the people of Jannah, in front of them for justice. And no one will enter Jannah without calling the people of Jahannam to bring them to justice, even that small hiding or the smack or the hit on the face. They call it latuma. Latuma is to push the face like this. Brother, sister in Islam, committing oppression, injustice against the non-Muslim, you're going to be taking to justice on the day of Qiyamah and in dunya. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala promised the Mazlum, Mazlum is the one who been oppressed, wa izzati wa jalali, by my dignity and my honor, la ansurannaki walau ba'da hin, I will support you soon or later. It means no zalim will leave this world without letting the Mazlum see what the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in dunya and akhirah. So we got one ayah here in Suratul Nisa, ayah number 135. So the verse number 135, you open your English Quran and you see, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu, it's for the Muslim, Kunu qawwamina bil qist. So stand up and make sure that you're practicing a proper justice. Qist, justice, right? Right. Shuhada, with the truth. Witness is also justice. Shuhada. Lillah, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You give the truth, you be fair for the sake of Allah. You do it as ibadah, to be fair. Lillah. Walau ala anfusikum. Even if that witness is going to be against yourself or against one another. Anfusikum is yourself or one another. Right? Ala anfusikum awil walidain. Or even against your own parents. Because sometimes you overlove. So you don't witness against your own parents. Wal aqrabin, your relative. Iyakun ghaniyan aw faqira. If that one you witness against or for, rich or poor, You know, sometimes you witness for someone, you witness against someone. Right? فَاللَّهُ أَوْلَى بِهِمَا. This ayah, the American lawmakers, they wrote it and put it there on the court. This ayah. Why? Because sometimes the rich people don't want to stand against him because of his favor. His people will benefit from him, so you don't stand against the rich. Or sometimes also you oppress the rich for the sake of the poor. What is the problem between the capitalism and socialism? Capitalism, they favoring the rich by using the poor for them. And then socialism, they take from the rich and help the poor. Well, Islam said, no, we are not like that. We are not taking capitalism and socialism. La sharqiyatu wa la gharbiyya. It's not eastern, it's not western. We are half. In the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it was the justice of Allah in finance. It was a justice. Pay your zakat, be rich as you like. Islam is not against the capitalism or socialism. Once you pay your zakat, it's a lovely system. So what you say, in kana ghaniyan aw faqira, if the one you witness for him is rich, or a witness against him also is rich, or poor, or you witness for him or against. What is that? The ulama, they put the tafsir for this ayah. He said sometimes you feel sorry for the poor, then you oppress the rich. That is not allowed in Islam. Or sometimes you get benefit from the rich by oppressing the poor. No, we don't care. We just use the system of Allah. And once the haqq is there, we don't know if it's a rich or poor. We know only the justice and adl of Allah tabarak wa ta'ala. May Allah tabarak wa ta'ala make it easy for us to practice justice, inshallah. Short break. We'll continue after the break. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back, brothers and sisters in Islam. And once again, we say shukran jazilan that you're watching our program, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala use all of us as a means of da'wah, as a means of hidayah, inshallah. And we make a special dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always write us amongst those who are fair and just in our life, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us that tawfiq and that ease so that we can practice the justice in our life, inshallah. Justice against ourselves, for ourselves, and for our parents and relatives. And we still continue with the ayah number 135 in Surah An-Nisa, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke about the justice for the rich or against the rich, or for the poor or against the poor. And then Allah said, فَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا الْهَوَى. Do not follow your own desire. Because sometimes we are unfair because we think that we are proper judge. So brothers and sisters in Islam, hawa, it means don't incline towards something for the rich because you want his pleasure, you want his blessing, or you have a false mercy by supporting the poor because you hate the rich. You got someone working in a company and this man steals from the company or the shop or the house. Then you say, no, he's very poor, leave him. You say, no, that is hawa. Justice is justice. And then when the rich commit something against the poor people, you say because he's benefiting and leave him, is always right. He said, no, فَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا الْهَوَى أَن تَعْدِلُوا, to be fair. Be careful of your hawa. Hawa is your inclination or your unfair desire, which you're taking, you deviate yourself against the haqq. وَإِن تَلْوُوا أَوْ تُعْرِضُوا. This ayah also still continue with the witness. Some people squeeze and deviate the witness to match someone, and tu'ridu, he suppress the witness. He doesn't want to give a witness. Many mother, may Allah grant him barakah and may Allah make it easy for them. Father give her a will, wasiyah, and then she said, it's not like that. I think your father, and she tried to deviate to lean to some side. Or she said, no, he never told me. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, no, don't do that. You carry the witness, you got shahada, do it. Do it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right. So, أو تعرض means you refuse. فإن الله كان بما تعملون خبيرا. Indeed, Allah is fully aware for what you're doing. Yeah, right. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke in Quran and Kareem about the justice, even by talking about himself that وَمَا أَنَا بِظَلَّامٍ لِلْعَبِيدِ. And then the Hadith al-Qudsi said, إِنِّي حَرَّمْتُ الظُّلْمَ عَلَى نَفْسِي. I instructed myself and I forbid myself not to be unfair. Brothers and sisters in Islam, be careful of that issue in your life. It's called justice. Mother, worker, manager, any. You can be unfair against your own self. May Allah Rabbul Izzat Tabarak wa Ta'ala make it easy for us to be fair. And again make this dua, Allahumma inni as'aluka al-adla fi al-rida wal-ghadab. Oh Allah, I ask you to make me fair and just in the time of my anger and the time of my pleasure and my happiness. Because sometimes you're happy, you give so much and you deprive the other, or maybe you're angry, you reduce. Ya ayyuhalladhina la yajrimannakum shana'anu qawmin an ta'dilu. So you be careful of that type of hatred. You don't like that person, but the justice has nothing to do with the hatred or love. We don't care. Then Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab, we call him Al-Faruq, because he's the one who brought justice, life in our dunya. Al-Faruq al-Adil, the fair and the just ruler and leader ever came to this ummah is Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab, al-Imam al-Adil. Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab, he was delivering a speech, then someone was sitting in front of him, Muslim, but this one, that man here in front of him, he was a killer of his brother before Islam. He did kill the brother of Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anh, but that is before Islam. You know the Arabs, they got that blood heat or the revenge on their hearts. They don't want to forgive easily. That nature of the people of Makkah was like that. Then every day that man, both of them accepted Islam. And we know that Islam yajubbu ma qablahu. Islam remove and delete what is before. Once you become a Muslim today, all police clearance. But you know, as a human being, you are not neutral. Then that man sat right in front of Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab. So Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab called him and told him, look here, brother, don't sit in front of me. Because when I look at you, I remember my brother. Then my scale is shaking. So that man was very wise, an old man. He told me, it means you don't like me. He said, yes. He said, all right, if you don't like me, will you oppress me and you become unfair to me or unjust to me? He said, na'udhu billah. That man told him, will you deprive me from my haqq as a Muslim and as a one of your ummah? He said, no, may Allah forbid, never. He said, all right, إِنَّمَا يَبْكِي عَلَى الْحُبِّ النِّسَاء. Those who cry for love are women, not me. I don't care if you love me or not. You pay me, right? I fulfill my right here. I don't care if you love me or you hate. So this incident of Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab, it's a solution for us when we work for someone and we don't love him because of some reason. You know, some people are a bit heavy on one another. And Islam asks us to love everyone. And he said, no, but you can't force me to, you can't take the horse to the river to drink. It's human being. There is something in our life, it's called hatred. I don't like. So he said, sometimes that hatred is unfair. Why you hate me for what? Maybe it's a problem you, not on me. Or maybe there is a psychological problem. He said, no, I don't. This man is heavy. Okay. We accept that you don't like him, but don't be unfair to him. So sometimes you work with someone, is your manager or your whatever you live with, then he said, hey, this man is heavy. He said, watch out, does he fulfill your haqq? He said, yes, give me payment, I got my holiday, I got everything. He said, khalas. And then Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, not all Makkah loves him, but our problem and our error is injustice, when that scale shaking. Be careful that your scale is not just or is not fair, May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy. Brother and sister in Islam, mother, father, people, mind your scale. Because zulm, you're standing against Allah on the day of Qiyamah, and in dunya here, never ever die zalim. Never ever die zalim. Fulfill the right of that scale and make hisab of your nafs before the scale of Allah will come to you. Then hasibu anfusakum qabla an tuhasabu. Question yourself and judge yourself before you will be questioned and judges. And then zinu anfusakum qabla an tuzanu. Weigh and put yourself on a scale before you jump on the scale of akhirah, and then it's going to be too late to maintain and fix that scale. We ask Rabbul Izzah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, oh Allah, we are human beings. We do have our own desire and our own evil. Ya Allah, grant us tazkiyah and give us that muhabba of justice and muhabba of love of one another. And Ya Allah, we forgive those who were unfair to us for your sake. So in the day of Qiyamah, forgive us also for the sake of Akhirah, inshallah. We ask Rabbul Izzah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, may Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala reward each and every one who's trying to do his best to be fair. At work, at home, with his wife, with the children, with the Muslim, non-Muslim, animals, to be fair with yourself. Read the ayat of Adl. And I don't want to open that issue again because we did talk about it on TV before. Those who marry two, mother-in-law with her daughter-in-law or son-in-law, brother, step-brother, those people, they're heavy on you. Be careful of that mizan because you die zalim. The worst mayyit, the one who passed away, is the one who dies zalim, because he will never receive the mercy of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. So mom, be fair. As you wish for your daughter, wish for your daughter-in-law, and just forgive. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant the ummah the scale of justice in our life here, so that we die with happiness. We die with the contentment that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is adl, and definitely He will fulfill His justice in dunya and akhirah. We ask Rabbul Izzah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant all of us adl dunya and akhirah, inshallah. Short break, we'll continue after the break. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back, brothers and sisters in Islam. Once again, we say shukran jazilan that you're tuning to our channel. On behalf of all my friends here on Johannesburg studio, our respected brother Farhad Omar, Dr. Muhammad Adam and Dr. Ahmad Adam and brother Mahmoud and our Imtiaz and all our friends, brother Kabir, my cameraman tonight, everyone here is passing the salam to you, and shukran jazilan that you're always using our channel as a road of hidayah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide all of us, inshallah. Why we are saying that? Because so many of us, we feel that we did not get our share in this dunya. And some people also, they made the question mark, why Allah did that to me? Do I deserve this? And then he said, but so many people are lucky, me I'm unlucky. He said, brother, you believe that Allah is fair and just, wait for the scale of Allah to come right. Here in your life, you will get it. Or in akhirah. Mazloom, the one who been oppressed. We got some dhulm, it's called dhulmul andad. That dhulm, the oppression of the, what you call the competitors, or those who, the contestants. That boxer is fighting against another boxer. Then he knocked this one, he knocked that one. That one we call it dhulmul andad. This country is equal to that country on power. They are fighting. That one we call it dhulmul andad. The muscle man against the muscle man. That one here, Allah will handle it separate. Then we got something, it's called dhulm al-da'if. The powerful against the powerless. That animal in your cage is powerless. Is not equal, is not fair fight. Father and the children is not a fair fight. Men and women is not a fair fight. So be careful of dhulm al-du'afa, especially those who has no helper except Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. Man la nasira illallah. Be careful of that type of zulm, because you're drawing the support of Allah towards that da'if, that weak, those who doesn't have any powerful. So Sayyidina Ali ibn Abi Talib said, if you think that you have power, remember the powerful Allah on top of you. If your power allows you to be unfair to the people, remember the qudrat of Allah, or the power of Allah against you. And we did see in our life, not individual, countries gone because of injustice. They say dinosaur extent because of the misusing the power. Because Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala praise Al-Qawiyyul Amin. We need the power, but with Iman. Like Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab was very, very powerful physically and spiritually and everything. But he only applies that power when it's needed. Shaitan used to get scared of him. Shaitan, the jinn, doesn't like to face him. He's very powerful to jinn. But his wife was shouting him, raising voice against him. One man came and his wife always shouting him. Then he said, you're shouting me. I'm going to go and report you to Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu. So he went there, and after he knocked the door, he heard that the wife of Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu was squealing and raising the voice. So Sayyidina Umar see that man and said to him, yes, what can I help you? He said, no, I'm all right. He said, what's wrong? He said, no, I came to complain from your problem. You see, you got the same problem. Like, welcome to my club. We are the same. So Sayyidina Umar al-Khattab said, no, you are wrong, my friend. Women must get a chance. These people, they are nursing us when we are sick. What? You can't be a boxer on the arena there, on a ring, and then you be boxer with your wife and children. Normally the heroes, the champion, they don't practice their talent on the street. We see the wrestler or the big guys there, they treat the children and they pretend that they are weak on the street. Why? Because they got confidence. They use it only on the ring. So someone is rich, he mustn't act rich against the poor. Someone, he got that power, I said, wait, Al-Qawiyyul Amin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave the daughter of Nabi Shu'aib alayhi salam that knowledge and wisdom. He said, Daddy, istajirhu, hire him for us. Inna khayra man istajart. What a clever girl this. The best one you hire for us, Al-Qawiyyul Amin. The powerful one and the trustworthy one, the honest one. How this girl knows that Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, he's Qawi, strong, and Amin. Qawi because he opened that lead. He removed that lead of the well with his two hands. Many people supposed to help. And Amin, the way he was walking in front of her, not behind her, never look at her while he was talking. So you got two nice quality, muscles and Iman together. But in our, the Sayyidina Yusuf, he said, no, I'm Hafidhun Alim. Hafiz, it means I'm expert, I'm a master on that finance, and also I'm very trustworthy. So now we learn something from this incident, that we need a powerful person, but this power mixed with taqwa. So you find, mashallah. Taqwa alone is not enough, power alone is too much problem. Some people misuse the power of them against Allah. Allah give you money, now you are powerful. But how you use that power against the poor people, against Allah Himself, and someone who got only taqwa but doesn't have power. وَفِي الْمُؤْمِنُ الْقَوِيِّ خَيْرٌ وَأَحَبُّ إِلَى اللَّهِ مِنَ الْمُؤْمِنِ الضَّعِيفِ. The strong believer, strong in willpower, any type of power, better than da'if, the powerless. Then Allah said, Nabi Muhammad said, وَفِي كُلٍّ الْخَيْرِ. Both of them, they got khair. Why? Because the powerful one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will use that power for the benefit of the Muslim, for the benefit of the powerless. I was reading about right and left. So sometimes the right hand is more stronger than left hand. And you use this right, Ashabul Yamin, use this right. So the writer of the book is talking about the people of the right and people of the left. Then we say the right hand got power. But subhanallah, when you want to cut your nails, the best hand or the best nail you ever cut it easily is the left one. Why? Because the right one, power, is good for the left one to cut you chop your nails. But come and hold the scissor with the left one. The worst hand is, so sometimes the man got talent. His talent is not, like you people say, the door of the carpenter is broken. Why? Because he fixes the people's door, he doesn't fix his own door because no one will pay. So sometimes the talent of the other, use it for the other. Subhanallah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used the power for the powerless as well. We ask Rabbul Izzat Tabarak wa ta'ala, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the halal and beneficial, pious power so that we use it for khair, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala use it for khair. If you want to read about that power and that heat of Iman, read about my beloved Sahabi Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu an, al-Qawayyul Amin, physically and spiritually. We're very, very proud of those who got power. Power of intellectual power, power of muscles, power of language, power of fight. Why? Because it's a treasure. It's a khair for the ummah. Brothers and sisters in Islam, the main power is the power of justice, to be fair. As the ayah said, وَلَوْ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِكُمْ. Will you stand and witness against yourself and say, yes, I'm wrong? Do you have this power to say, my wife, sorry, I was under pressure yesterday? Will the wife have this power of Iman and said, look here, brother, I was unfair to you, forgive me? Especially if you are just a judge or referee or whatever. Because justice is a system of Allah. It will be there on akhirah between animal and the other animal. The one with the horn and the one without horn. Then the one without horn, Allah will give her the horn to knock the one who has a horn in dunya. Then return to be dust. Ya laytani kuntu, yaqulu al-kafiru ya laytani kuntu turaba. And this believer say, I wish I could be like these guys here. The cow came and knocked, and then that's it. There's no Jannah and Jahannam. Finish. So we ask Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, may Allah grant us that justice. And I'm very happy when I see some mother and father and manager, the chairperson, the people in authority, they try to be fair. And once you have that justice, it's international language. You don't need to talk. We'll understand. And Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent his own daughter to King of Abyssinia. Why? Because Allah praised that person, that king of Najashi, the king of Abyssinia, because of one quality. It's called justice. He was very just, no oppression. And it happened. It happened. He never handed over the Muslim to the kuffar of Makkah when they asked him, try to instigate and come and take them. And if you read the history of Islam, the state of Islam elevated and get higher because of justice. Once is injustice or the zulm, oppression appear, so dunya, the system of the country collapse. And I don't know, you heard about that judge. He loves the dates, fresh dates. So the people, they got some case in front of him tomorrow. Then they said, let us send for him some kajur, dust, a date, fresh date. But this man loves the date, the fresh dates from the palm tree. Then when he received the date, and he remembered that this guy's here got a case in front of him tomorrow. So he said, he went to the head of the judges and he said, I want to resign from that job. So the head told him, why? He said, someone was trying to bribe me and give me some. Just, give him that date back. So that man, he postponed the case and said, come and take your dates from my house. Then he gave him the dates and khalas, finished now. Then the next day, when they came to him and he started to open the case and to discuss the case and to judge him, and he closed it and said, come tomorrow. He went to the head of the judgment and told him, I want to leave that job now. So he asked him, why? He said, that man was in front of me. He said, yeah, but you give him the rutab, you give him the date. He said, Wallah, still is not the same on my mind. I still love him. I still love him. So if once I love him, now I'm going to make a problem. You see, even when I send back the date and refuse the date, they are not equal in my eyes. Brothers and sisters in Islam, scale of justice is very important. Do not die ghalim. Ask Allah, Allahumma inni as'aluka al-adla fi al-rida wal-ghadab. Allahumma inni as'aluka al-adla fi al-rida wal-ghadab. Keep read this dua. Allahumma inni as'aluka al-adla fi al-rida wal-ghadab. Inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will assist you with that. ربنا إننا سمعنا منادي ينادي للإيمان أن آمنوا بربكم فآمنا ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار. شكرا جزيلا. Till we see you inshallah next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.